Hi, hello and welcome back to our channel. This is Geetu Chandra and you're watching Geetu Chandra Vlogs. If you're watching this video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. You'll get all the notifications of our video that we upload. And if you have any comments, don't forget to mention the comments in the comment box. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the compensation part of ABG. If you're not sure, then make sure you keep watching it. Let's move on. Alright, welcome to Arterial Blood Gases Part 2. I highly recommend that if you have not seen part 1 of this video, that you please go back and watch the video because that builds on each other. So let's begin today's section. Rome, respiratory opposite and metabolic equal. This has been already explained in the previous section. So how it is? If the pH is on the higher side, and the PCO2 will be on the lower side. See, opposite. So it is said to be respiratory alkalosis. Here the pH is on the lower side, PCO2 on the higher side. That is opposite. See, so it is respiratory acidosis. And in metabolic, here the pH is on the higher side. Bicarb is on the higher side, it is metabolic alkalosis. Here pH is on the lower side. Bicarb is also on the lower side. It is said to be metabolic acidosis. Clear so far? So let's revise one of the main theme of this class. When there is a respiratory problem, our body will compensate with bicarbonate. And when there is a metabolic problem, our body will compensate with carbon dioxide. Let's have an important slogan. Partial compensation only occurs with abnormal pH, and pH is normal, then it is fully compensated. Look at the point. If the pH is abnormal, then it may be partial compensation or uncompensated. Then if the pH is normal, then it is fully compensated. See, you have to remember this thing throughout the lecture. Then you can easily understand the interpretation of ABG, especially the compensation part. So let's move on to the next slide. Here we have some practice questions. So if you have thorough with these sections, then it is very easy for you to understand. Let's begin with the first question. pH 7.12. It is on the lower side. PaCO2 51. 35 to 45 is the normal range. 51, it is higher side. Bicarb 22 to 26 is the normal range. 24 in between the normal range. So here pH low, it is acidosis. PCO2 is on the higher side. So we can say they are in the opposite direction. So it is a respiratory acidosis. Bicarb is not helping the pH to overcome the issue. So what we can say? It is uncompensated respiratory acidosis. So let's check out the answer. Yes, uncompensated respiratory acidosis. Let's check the other question. pH 7.3. It is on the lower side. PCO2 51. 35 to 45. So 51 is more than that. It is on the higher side. Bicarb is 30. It is also on the higher side. Here we can see pH is low, so we can say it is acidosis. What kind of acidosis? Both are opposite, so we can say respiratory acidosis. Look at the bicarb. Is that helping pH? Yes, it is increasing the value to compensate the pH level. So we can say it is partially compensated respiratory acidosis. Let us look into the answer. Partially compensated respiratory acidosis. Yes, it is absolutely right. So let's move on to the third question. pH is 7.35, PaCO2 48, bicarb is 35. Let's explain the answer. 7.35 is the normal range, but here we can consider it as acidosis because it should be at least 7.4. If it is less than 7.4, it is considered as acidosis. It is a lower limit, so it is acidosis. And PaCO2 is 48. it is on the higher side. Bicarb is 35, 22 to 26, so it is also on the higher side. So what we can predict here? Here it is acidosis, and see, they are in the opposite direction. So it is said to be respiratory acidosis. And for this, look at the normal range of pH. pH is normal here, 7.35 to 7.45. If the pH belongs to the normal range, what we can predict here? Here it is fully compensated respiratory acidosis. Look at the bicarb. Bicarb is also helping pH, and it is completely helping the pH to overcome the problem. So it is, we can say, respiratory acidosis, but fully compensated respiratory acidosis. Let us check out the answer. Fully compensated respiratory acidosis. Let's move on to next question. pH 7.36, PCO2 32, bicarb 16. Here comes the explanation. pH 7.36, it is on the lower side because 7.4 it should be less than that. So it is, we can consider it as acidosis. So PaCO2, that is 32, it is also on the lower side. Bicarb 16, that is also on the lower side. See, all three are in the same direction. First of all, we can say it is acidosis. What kind of acidosis? Both are in the same direction. So it is metabolic acidosis. And what kind of compensation here? Here it is. So we can say it is fully compensated because pH belongs to the normal range. 4, 5. See, it is fully compensated metabolic acidosis. So let's check out the answer. Yes, fully compensated metabolic acidosis. Clear so far? Let's have one more example. pH is 7.45, PCO2 is 29, and bicarb is 17. pH is 7.45 means it is on the higher side. PaCO2 29, 35 to 45, but here it is 29, so it is on the lower side. Bicarb 17, that is also on the lower side. 22 to 26 is the normal range, so it is on the lower side. So first of all, we can say it is alkalosis because pH is on the higher side. It is in the normal range only, but it is the upper limit. See, 7.45 is the upper limit. So simply we can consider it as alkalosis. So here it is a respiratory alkalosis because they are in the opposite direction. So it is respiratory alkalosis. And here we have to predict the compensation. If the pH is in the normal range, what we can tell, it is fully compensated respiratory alkalosis. So let's check the answer. Yes, it is fully compensated respiratory alkalosis. So here ends the compensation part of ABG. Hope you all are understood this session. So thank you for watching this video. If you really